What's up? All right, so a good friend of mine brought it to my attention that not all of you know what it is I do, right? Yeah, I play with guns, I build them and paint them and bedazzle them or whatever, but there's a lot more that goes into it, and I guess I've not done a very good job at telling people. I guess I assumed that everybody kind of knew, you know, but for those of you that don't, this video is going to be just a quick breakdown from start to finish, you know, just to kind of share some information and just so everybody knows. So this is a Polymer 80. This is the PF 940CL. Okay, this is how they come when you order them. All the parts kits are here, everything you need to complete them. The red thing is a jig, it holds it in place. Okay, so you know the holes that are here, okay, your holes, they are for the trigger and things of that nature. For some reason this one's in the wrong frame. That's weird, or in the wrong jig. But anyways, this is what it looks like. Okay, so you notice that it is 80% of the way done. Okay, the average person can't just take this gun and make it into a firearm. See, there's no holes here for your trigger and your front locking blocks. There's tabs that come along the top here that need to be removed and filed down, as well as this one right here through the channel. They're able to sell these because, like I said, you have to have enough knowledge of firearms to be able to put them together. But how is it that we take this and turn it into this? Okay, a complete, beautiful, I mean, it's a piece of art if I don't say so myself, but it's a working firearm. Okay, and it is empty, no bullets, but the process is simple for some, I suppose. Start by milling everything out, right? Get your holes, get all the tabs removed, get everything cut down, polished the way that it should be. All of this texture here needs to come off. Okay, yes, it's a good texture, it works, you can slap it on without touching the frame and it'll function. But a lot of us, you know, we like to go a little different routes. Okay, you know, some designs, lettering, a pretty paint job, things of that nature. There's different grip textures, you know, stipple patterns or whatever that you can get for different functions. This one's more of an EDC, an everyday carry style. It's smoother, but yet it's still got good grip to it. So you start with a Dremel or a rotary tool of sorts. See, this is the one I use here. This has got a polishing tip on it that I've been using, or that I used last. But so everything is taken and sanded off. I know I've posted videos of that process. The framework is key, right? It's the most time-consuming part of the entire process, but it needs to be done. It's important. So get all the old grip removed. Okay, all these old lines that are on here, some people leave them. Personally, I don't. As you see here, you can see the difference in the lines. These are custom, the ones that I've done. I took, and everything's all where the original lines are at. Okay, have all been blended in. Everything's been sanded down. This mag release here, it comes pretty nice from the factory, but I take and I open them up and do more of it's called a scallop cut. Get them opened up wide for those of us with ginormous thumbs. It's just more of a personal preference, something that we offer. And then these finger grooves here, they're great the way they are, okay? But I like to take and add the double undercut. I like to enhance it, and I also enhance a finger groove through here. See this one, you can see the amount of material that's been removed here, as well as it's been opened up here a little bit and along here for your finger to actually set more comfortable, and then it allows a tighter grip, okay? So that's just some of the stuff that goes into the framework. Once everything is done, as far as all the sanding and that needs to be done, then I'll get a pencil or something and I'll lay out where I want my new borders to be. I take different attachments for the Dremel. Once the borders are laid out, I get them all cut, get everything looking good, straight. It's very important. It's a lot harder than it looks, but get it all nice and straight and cut out and deep, so they're very refined looking borders. Once the borders are cut, then I take it in to Cerakote. The Cerakote process is a little more enhanced. It involves acetone baths, sandblasting. Got a big sandblaster that we take and everything gets sandblasted. Once all the oils and that are removed from the polymer, we sandblast it all down, get rid of everything, and then we paint it. Okay, we blow it off, get it all cleaned up, and then we paint it, whatever color scheme we're going, whether just solid color, like this is a titanium, a metallic titanium. It's a pretty decent color. Or, you know, a little more complex with this. This is a gold undercoat with the battle worn on top of it. It's just made to look dirty, you know, like it's been put through the trenches and really used and abused, you could say, even though it's a brand new firearm. So once the paint scheme's done, you bake it. Cerakote needs time to cure. It's a heat cure paint. So you bake it, and then I take and everything, so on this one, everything that's black or that's going to be stippled is sanded down, and the Cerakote that is there, if any, is all removed, and everything's sanded down. Remove all the Cerakote in the areas. You keep it where you want to keep it and remove it where you don't want it. Pretty simple process. Then comes my favorite part, and that would be the stippling. The stippling is done with a soldering iron, or more precise, a wood burner. Heat controlled, you control the temperature. Every polymer is a little different, and there's different tips. Okay, this is the tip that I actually use to finish this one, which is our, I'm calling it an OP for orange pill, right? But this is our OP texture. This is the tip that was used to do the OP texture. You got to be super careful as you're doing it, right? Because this polymer is, I mean, it's plastic essentially, and you can burn right through it. You can burn too much, it'll actually burn the polymer. It makes it look crappy, or like I said, it'll go right through it. So, you know, there's a lot of little steps that are very important that go into them, but I enjoy it. You know, I do. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's very relaxing and soothing to me, as weird as that sounds. Yeah, it's a lot of work, right? Every little individual design that you see here is freehand burn. Every single one of them. It's time consuming, but I check out. I put on a criminal podcast or something, you know, murder podcast, and I just go to town. Like, I check out. I don't have my 5 kids yelling in the background. Nothing like that. Nothing to distract me, and it's relaxing. So I really enjoy it. It's been a long time in the making that I've got to where I'm at. Still not the best by no means, but like I said, I've come a long way. I don't plan on stopping here either. FFL licenses should be in the mail. Once once it gets here, I'm gonna hit the ground running. I wanna thank everybody for the support, words of encouragement. You know, there's a bunch of professionals in the industry that have gone above and beyond with answering questions, you know, silly questions, or giving me tips and little tricks. Chance Donahue, amazing dude, Donahue Dynamics. He's been great. Sloan Valdez, another one that's just the top of the game, you know, and I've looked up to these guys since the very beginning, since I ever learned what stippling was. And Sloan's companies, Get a Grip Customs, man, those guys have been awesome. They didn't have to answer questions. They didn't have to help me out, but they have, and it's been great, you know, and I really appreciate it. So reach out to them if you got anything you want done. If you don't want me to do it, that is. But yeah, check out their page. Show those guys some love, because man, they've been awesome for me. But that's it. I guess I'll get to working on this frame. Got some pretty cool ideas in mind. I'll post pictures like I always do once I get her done. But yeah, that's a quick breakdown. If you got any questions, let me know. You can message me or on here or email me, whatever. All right, peace.